What's going on, y'all? As y'all can see, your boy, it's the first time I've ever smoked a cigar a day in my life. It's the first time for everything. It's cool, though. I feel like a mob boss or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Thought it. Whatever, go get that fabulous thought it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a real boss. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Welcome back to the I-70 podcast. It is America's favorite host, John Little, a.k.a. John. If you do not know me, you'll know me by the time, when you need to know me. You know what I'm saying? And if you're new to the channel, if you're new to I-70 podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that like notification. You follow us on all platforms. We running now. You know what I'm saying? NSPN, it became a big business. So, things is finna start going up. So tap in before this train, take off too far and you can't catch it. That ticket fare may be too much. And before we move any further, I would like to thank the Shop Cigar Lounge out here in the historic Strawberry Hill. I be getting my fruits mixed up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Tomatoes. Make sure I had to get him a shout out. You know what I'm saying? He just got me right, showed me how to, light a cigar. This is beautiful. As y'all can see the ambiance and aesthetics and, the things that, people with money care about is going on up in here. So make sure y'all come down if y'all in the KC area. Make sure y'all stop by. It's out here in KCK. Let me give y'all the address. It's 407 North 6th Street, KCK. And that's the Shop Cigar Lounge. Make sure y'all check my people out over here. Let me see. Hold on. Is this still lit? Hold on. Yeah. I was a hell the job tripping. Anyway, end of season 2. This is episode 24. Everybody it's a guy that be in the comments. I want to give you a shout out to start the show. I think your name is Swag Daddy 5707, something like this. And I'm mad. I'm getting. You know what? I want to get your name right, bro. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make sure I put it in by the end of the show. My dog, he always in the comments. He always makes sure he watched the episode. Swag Daddy, the dude in the comments, man. I appreciate you, man. Love you. I don't know who you are, but sometime in life, me and you need to meet. I'm not gonna call you by that name when we greet each other, but you good peoples, man. And I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? But end of season 2. And I don't know, man, I got the idea. I ain't gonna lie. I got the idea from Big Ma. I always give my dog a shout out. To end the season, I didn't know what I wanted to do, but then again, he kind of gave me an idea yesterday and was just like, you should do just like an end of season, your favorite this, your favorite that, but just make sure you got, the episode so you could reference back to. So, I just want to do a little bit of that. And then also do a little bit of, because I'm a podcast host, so I feel like I'm a veteran now. You know what I mean? And I kind of got some tips, because I never give people tips on, hosting a podcast or, things, that would be helpful to somebody who is trying to be the host of a podcast. You don't own the podcast. So, I just wanted to do that today, man. Hopefully, boy, y'all thought my damn phone died. It was finna be big, because my notes is stellar. You know what I mean? But I would say, being the host of a podcast is easy, but it's not easy, because anybody can just turn the camera on and just talk. But it take a little work. You know what I mean? Definitely, I would say the biggest thing for me is doing research on the guests that you're gonna have on, just on the strength of me. This is how I look at it. I want whoever sit down with me to feel like a superstar. I want them to feel like, because I am a fan, that's why I actually come on the podcast, and I've done my research. So what I do is, I'm giving y'all some sauce now. The week of, let's say I shoot on a Saturday. I shoot on Saturdays now. That Monday, I'll dive into the person that I'm going to have on the podcast. Meaning, you have found a lot about a person from social media and things like that. You know what I mean? And then as long as you know key points, what sport they play, where they went to school, where they work, you can kind of work off of that, in regards to keeping the guest, feeling like that you care, because you don't want to be a host, you get somebody on, bro, and you make them feel like you're not even interested in them being there. It's like wasting their time. So anybody that sit down with me, like I said before, I want them to feel like, a superstar. Like I really did my research. And I like the reaction that I get. I like the reaction that I get from guests when they know that I've done research and I've, maybe stumbled upon some information that they didn't even know that they put out publicly. It may just be a t-shirt that they was wearing and John, hey, man, you this, that, and the third. So yeah, man, when you host, make sure that you are, you make your guests feel like that they are a superstar, and that you're a fan, because that brings a different level of energy out of them, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, make sure you're doing good research, because that matters, and keeping high energy. Now, me, granted, I'm naturally a high energy person, and I can carry a conversation. And some people don't have that skill. I'm sure you can work on it. Me, I'm a natural at it, but you want your energy high. You want to, because the guest is going to go off for you, in my humble opinion. If you dull and awkward and docile, the guest is going to feed off of that, because they nervous, no matter if they want to admit it or not. It ain't easy getting in front of these cameras, you know what I mean? So, your guest may be nervous. Do I look like a fool, Mark, with my okay, cool. You may look like they're going off of your energy, because like I said before, everybody thinks they can just get on camera, but once you get on camera, it's kind of like, oh damn, the camera finna start rolling. You need to make them feel comfortable, which is why with my guests, I tend to try to make them laugh to start the episode. Just get them comfortable. Take that awkward, take that wall down. Let them maybe embarrass myself, show a little humility, for myself. Let them know that, it's a safe space. Because, with the podcast world, man, some people are fearful that you may say things that, may make them look bad. And that's, y'all know, John, that's not my intentions at all. And part of me feel like, those are the podcasts that really do that. But I'm not in this, bro, to make nobody look bad or make nobody lose no business or, cause no uproar or nothing like that, bro. I'll take some shit out before I make it a viral moment. And that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. Damn fly. And that, and you got to really want to do it. Being a host, I mean, you hosting. This is you. You know what I mean? The show goes as your energy go. You can't think that your podcast gonna blow if you can catch lightning in the bottle. You know what I mean? And I would definitely say be you, because the cameras will notice if you're not being yourself. You know what I mean? Or how long does this shit stay lit? Mark, are you a cigar smoker? But I want to keep. I bet still lit. Hey man, tell me in the comments, man. Am I hit this like a hoe? Like, am I supposed to be like really? Maybe I need to. Anyway, we gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, being a host is important just because the show gonna go as you go. The people who you are under or even if it's yours, the podcast is gonna go as far as your energy takes it. You know what I mean? So, you can't half-ass the hosting part. I mean, it's the most important part. You gotta bring the energy. You know what I mean? Somebody watching. I'm here by myself, doing an episode by myself. It's somebody. I gotta keep the person that's listening to me engaged in some shape, form, fashion. You know what I mean? So yeah, just make sure your energy high. You know what I mean? And things of that nature. What's some stuff I want to do? It's a lot going on in the podcast world. I'm of the podcast world, and I told you, John, be paying attention to what's going on. And what's the I don't want to disrespect it. What's the girl name? Bobby. We know, everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't want to mess your last name up, but the girl Bobby, with the podcast that's blowing up. Some shit been going on, some shit in the water, you know what I'm saying? Her and Drake unfollowed it, and I feel like I'm chatting, but I'm in the podcast where I got to discuss what's going on in the industry that I find myself in. She did an episode, everybody feeling like, damn, how she get all the success that fast. Now her and Drake unfollowed each other. Rumor is, I ain't gonna do that because we ain't gonna spread no rumors of her I-70 because we don't want to get sued. But some things, man, her and Drake unfollowed each other on the gram, man, some shit going on, and, I really want to dive into that, that was gonna sound wrong, dive into the topic of her because, it kind of, I seen her on, it's called the BFFs podcast. It's the owner of Barstool Sports, David Poynor, I think that's his name. She was on their podcast, and her personality was totally different than how it is on her podcast. So I thought that it was who she really was. But, once I seen her on that podcast, like, oh, then that must just be a character that she's putting on. Y'all put in the comments or something. How do y'all feel about, or even other podcasters, do y'all feel like we need to put on a character, or do we need to be giving our authentic self? Because I could be wrong, because I'm up here giving my authentic self, but I could be wrong in my approach. So, y'all other podcasts, y'all tap in, or fans, y'all hit up and, let us know, how y'all feel about, somebody putting on a character for the podcast or giving authentic their authentic true selves. Because I won't get into the ins and outs of, why she behaves this way with her guest, but behaves the way as a guest. But that's neither here nor there. That ain't my business, because I hope she keeps striving, doing what she got to do. But yeah, the whole her unfollowing Drake thing, that was kind of weird. Y'all get to that. Shade Room, hit the boy up. Let me know what y'all figured out, because I know y'all gonna figure it out. Also, it's another podcaster. What's my dog name? Bootleg Kev. He got a podcast. He has a lot of musicians and things of that nature on. Big podcast, big platform. And he had ETSG on, rapper. And I mean, ETSG felt like, and he said he felt like the guy wasn't asking him the right questions in regards to his album getting ready. He about to drop an album. And he felt like the host wasn't asking the right questions. Now, the backstory to all that, they say he was 2 hours late, and when he showed up, he wasn't engaged. So just as a podcast host, I kind of put myself in Bootleg Kev's shoes and see how I would react. You know what I mean? With a guest that show up 2 hours late, and then goddamn me, you not engaged. And, I guess the part he didn't like is when he asked him about his football career. And, and I don't know how he feel. Maybe he felt like, hey, bro, I just don't want to talk about it. I'm a former football player. It didn't work out for me. I guess at this age now I'm comfortable talking about it, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Maybe he really didn't want to discuss football. He wanted to talk about his album. You know what I mean? I haven't watched the interview, so, I'm just giving y'all the little nuances of what's going on in the podcast world. 'Cause, that's my job, man. That's the field we in. I mean, hopefully I get big enough where motherfuckers start reporting on what's going on. I-70 podcast. Like, you hear about what happened? Yeah, man. Because we shaking over here. We rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? One more thing I want to touch on real quick. No, matter of fact, I'm going to stay on that. Having a guest that's not engaged. Here's my opinion on that. Hold on. I get a lighter. Now I'm going to just hold it now. Well, how do you... No, I don't feel it. I ain't feeling that. What was I just getting ready to talk about? Oh, having a guest that's not engaged. Okay, I won't say that, I told you I'm doing a little finale season, end of season 2, but a finale wrap up, just some of my favorite episodes and things of that nature. But one of the episodes, I won't say which one. I'll let y'all go back and do your research. I had a guest, and, the guest wasn't that engaged. You know what I mean? It was somewhat distracting. You know what I mean? I remember having to kind of fight through wanting to say, hey, bro, can I get a little bit more energy? Because for me, I'm like, I don't want to fuck up the interview. You know what I mean? But I had a guest, and, the guest wasn't that engaged. And so I really was, I don't know, because with this podcast thing, it's like this for me. We are podcasters. We have podcasts. We are hosts. So we need the guest as much as the guest needs us. We are a look for the guest and vice versa. You know what I mean? They want that look of being on the platform, answering questions, letting their fans get to know them. We need them for content and for guests, and for conversational purposes. But at the same time, if the person isn't engaged enough, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm wasting my time and I'm wasting your time. You know what I mean? So, that's my thought, but I do feel like as the host, you kind of got to still push forward. You know what I mean? You still got to push forward and, make sure to, I mean, hell, you don't want to fuck up your interview. You know what I mean? And, because, well, now, put it this way. Bootleg Kev said this. He was like, regardless of how the interview went, because Buddy got up and walked out. Hey, y'all, just my dog, I need to see. You got a lighter? My joint ain't lit. Anyway, ETSG got up and walked out of the interview. And I'm putting myself back in them shoes of how would I handle if a guest walked out? One thing I wouldn't do is let the interview die from me. You know what I mean? That's a fact. Yeah. I feel like John Gotti with this one. Yeah, and he taught me how to light it too. Look, I'm learning stuff new every day. This is fly, y'all. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no headache or nothing. Is this the sweet? This the smooth, huh? Yeah, I can only imagine what you real cigar smokers be smoking. That hash. Well, hold on. My bad, y'all. See, I like the torch better than this. Let the record show Eastside gave me a regular gas station lighter. Oh, okay. Anyway, I don't want this to interrupt the interview, y'all, because I'm trying to learn how to smoke cigars. He gave me this on the house, too. That's love, bro. Shout out the Shop Cigar Lounge, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my people. But I was trying to put myself in his shoes of having a guest that, you know, that walks out. And, I mean, it'll definitely be a crazy event because, I mean, as the host, you can't do nothing but sit there and watch them walk out. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the same time, though, I wouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you came to that platform. You know, it's just a respect thing for me. You know what I mean? You know, but he did tell him, I don't know. It's all interesting, this whole podcast thing, because I know for me, I definitely I don't want to make anybody look bad. So, I mean, I guess I kind of look at it from the aspect of I don't want to be that guy to where I'm doing something just to go viral. But hell, just sound like sometimes you need it. Oh, let me say this. Keke Palmer, you petty. Okay, I seen what happened. You had the whole little debacle with your boyfriend. He was upset behind the whole concert thing. Usher dropped a new record, Boyfriend. You all in the video. You know, the lyrics is like he taking a shot at your ex. Don't be, but look, this is a lesson, fellas. Don't be petty with women. They look. You put something out there. She's on a record now. What if this record pop and go number one? Now you as her ex, you got to sit there and act like the record ain't a hit. Every time the record come on, you got to pretend like it ain't slapping. But that was petty. And Usher, you need to stop doing that, bro, because you're breaking up happy homes, bro. Don't you have your own? You know what? I'm Usher fan. I ain't even gonna go into that. But man, don't be like that, bro. You being petty, bro. Don't do that, bro. That was some petty ass shit you did. You know what I mean, but fellas, don't stoop to their level, bro. We can't go as low as they go. We don't even think that low because we don't even believe somebody would go to the depth that a scorned woman would go to. It's real shit, bro. I ain't doing no speaking fast. It might be the cigar. Excuse me. I wish it really, because I want the effects, the real cloud joint. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't even worry about it, bro. It's going. It's lit. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with it. Let me see, because I told you, this episode, I'm looking back at things. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back over certain episodes, and let me see. I want to talk one episode that I want y'all to go back and do the research. So I won't say the guest or the episode number. Go through and see which one I'm talking about. Leave it in the comments when y'all find it. One episode, one of the guest got killed in the comments. Like, oh man, like it was bad. Like I felt bad. Like you know what I mean? As I didn't say it, the guest said it. And got killed in the comment. I ain't never seen nothing like it, bro. Like it was mayhem. I'm telling y'all, but look, if y'all don't believe me, hit the I-70 Instagram. Go check the reels out. Go check the YouTube. I wouldn't lie to y'all, bro. So if there's one episode that I'm like, it was that one. Because I know I'm a good person, bro. I don't like for people to be looking bad on account of me. But boy, did the general public go in and share their opinion. You know what I mean? So yeah, out of all the episodes, and I got it in my notes, but I want y'all to do some scavenger hunting. Which episode it is, but yeah, man, that's one episode that I was like, I wish, I wish, the guest wouldn't have said that, because I knew that's what was gonna come. And me as a host, I'll never ask you anything that leads you into saying something that, the public, well, who gives, really, look, everybody not gonna agree with your opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. I'm just saying that particular guest, my page and platform was nothing but positivity, but boy, was it nothing but negativity on that particular episode, with comments that were made. You know what I mean? So yeah, out of the 24 episodes, that's the one that I kind of be looking back on sometimes like, I doubt that guest will come fuck with me again. But anyway, so yeah, that's that one. Let me see. What was my favorite? So my favorite episode, bro, would have to be when my homeboys came. That gotta be my favorite one. That's my favorite one, just on the strength of, that's that episode. That's just what we do. You know what I mean? That's always what we've done as when we met since we was 11 in 6th grade when all of us met, bro. What we sat down and did, that's what we always done. That's what we do on the phone when we holler at each other. So I would say that was my favorite episode. Or I'll say that episode meant the most to me. You know what I mean? Because those are my true. I'm glad I got to share that with y'all. Those are truly my childhood friends. You know what I mean? And it was just special to be able to get them to come out because I mean we all live in different cities. So you know it was just dope that we found time for them to be in Kansas City with me, coming from the different places they live, being able to get on the podcast. So that was my most enjoyable episode. You know what I mean? How we doing on time, Mark? I know I'm short. I showed up late. Yeah, let me be transparent. I showed up a little late. It'd be like that, bro. It's Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Well, how we doing on time? Are we good? 30? All right. So yeah, man, that was my favorite episode. You know what I mean? As far as all the 24 episodes I've done. I was gonna say all the episodes, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? See, the seasons come, the end to be quick. You know what I mean? I would have been done, you know what I mean? But we got some little shake in the river, you know what I mean? But we back. But out of the 24, yeah, they had to be my best. Let me see my favorite guest. Oh, I got that in my notes, as a matter of fact. Hell yeah, my favorite guest, hold on, let me get my dog name right, because I know he's going by something different. YBD Mikey. You know what I'm saying? Formerly known as Mike Diesel. That was probably my favorite guest. You know what I mean? That was probably my favorite guest. And he was actually the first guest I had on the podcast. I think my first episodes I did 2 by myself. And that meant a lot too, because I mean, I believe in, that's my dog. I used to work with him. I believe in, what he got going on in his talent. So he always said, around the time when everybody was saying, bro, you should have your own podcast, he kind of got to me quick and was like, bro, if you ever get a podcast, let me come on. And I always told him, give me a second, y'all. And I always told him I'll let him be my first guest. And I mean, that's what happened. You know what I mean? He was my first guest. So, yeah, that meant, that meant a lot. And it was my favorite guest to have because his energy was high. I wish, now that, we kind of rocking and rolling, I wish, I wish I could get him back now. Which I could. Ain't no thing. I definitely could. But yeah, that was my favorite guest just because, and I'm going to explain, his energy was high. I didn't have to carry the conversation. And, that's a tip to anybody that's going on a podcast, man. It's going to be a beautiful situation, bro, if you go into it with high energy, wanting to be there, wanting to, not be guarded and not be arrogant, you know what I mean? Because, and let me sidestep. It's a few individuals, they be asking me to get on the podcast, and it's like, what I'm saying? They got an arrogance about them, while they're asking me to get on the podcast. And it's like, well, I get it. This platform, all podcasts provide a look that is necessary for entertainment at this stage. Podcasting is a big thing now. Shout out to all the big pioneers, that, Joe Rogan, Joe Budden, Charlamagne the Guy, all the, the big pioneers in this podcast game. Excuse me. It's the look, but like some individuals, got an arrogance to them. It's like, I owe them, or I should want to have them on the podcast. And it's like, oh no, I would love to sit down and talk to you, but if you gonna come and act like you motherfucking P. Diddy already and you ain't really got nothing going on, no, brother, we not gonna do that because it's wasting my time. You know what I mean? And furthermore, just with the way that everything is going, with the umbrella, with the company, with NSPN, moving forward, guests, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This the kind of position that I'm in is just, I need you to help me. Help me help you. You know what I mean? Have content, and I'm not gonna say motion, but have something for the fans to, or the audience to look at once they see your name is on the I-70 platform. The same way my fans are gonna help you, are gonna see you, your fans need to see I-70 and NSPN and all the other podcasts under the umbrella. It needs to be like that. I can't just be having just anybody on. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, that would be cool if this was some hobby type shit. But this is a business, you know what I mean? So, just moving forward, I just need guests to start, or potential guests to understand that just moving forward, bro, that's just where everything is going, you know what I mean? The powers that be are, really honing in on the whole business aspect of what we're doing. So, just moving forward, it's no slight to nobody, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, for me, it's individuals that don't it's individuals that don't hit me back. I DM people all the time and be like, hey, bro, you want to be a guest on the podcast? Plenty of people don't DM me back. I'm not important enough yet. You know what I'm saying? But how life work, this shit gonna blow up here soon. You know what I mean? And when it do, them same individuals gonna wish they did. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna remember, and I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna be like, nah. I remember when I was, because certain individuals feel like they too big to come sit down for a conversation with. I'm the best at this shit. You know what I mean? My bad, y'all. I got in my cocky bag. I do. I believe in myself. Fuck yeah. I hope you believe in yourself too, man. Whoever out here listening, man, you should feel like you the shit. I feel like I'm the shit. You know what I mean? Excuse me. You know what I mean? But look, even Batman needed Alfred. That's a good movie. You familiar with? Yeah, even Batman needed Alfred. Batman's the shit, but he needed, you know what I mean? He still needed some little tuning. You know what I mean? Some little life lessons. But anyway. But yeah, man, it's just moving forward. And I tell y'all what, man, I appreciate the love. I went out last night for a little couple cups of Hennessy. If you saw me, you didn't see me. It was a gentleman who he came up to me. He was like, he walked up to me and he tapped me and let me know. He was like, hey man, I fuck with what you got going on. And this happens to me a lot though, y'all. And I'm not saying like motherfuckers are swarming me at the mall and no shit like that, but every so often when I'm somewhere, mainly when I'm out, an individual will come to me and be like, hey bro, I like what you got going on. I've been watching. And and I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. As cocky as I may just sounded just a few seconds ago, that is humbling for me. That makes me feel good, bro, that people that I don't even know personally watch, what I got going on. You know what I mean? It let me know I'm doing something right. Simple as that. You know what I mean? It let me know I'm doing something right. It let me know that that I'm putting out good content, that people are enjoying, what they listen to, what they watching. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate the love. Anybody, you know what I mean? And I can't get everybody. Everybody be coming up to me saying, last night again, motherfucker ran up to me, yeah, bro, I got this clothing line, bro. And it's like, bro, how many times you think I hear that, bro? Relax, bro. Like, I can't get everybody, bro. I know everybody got a clothing line. I can't get everybody. It's only 12 episodes in the season. I'm saying I made it to the end of the season too, man. This is dope. You know what I mean? This makes me feel good. You know what I mean? But yeah, when you see John in the street, speak, say hello. You know what I mean? I ain't never, you know what I mean? I ain't nobody. I got a regular 9 to 5. I ain't no motherfucking body. I come do this shit trying to make some money. I ain't like these other podcasts. Niggas be rich already. Not the boy. Not yet at least. But yeah, man, so so let me see. Hold on, what else I got as far as a finale wrap up? Hold on, let me see. Okay, let me see. What I got one of my homeboys, we on the game last night. He was like, hey man, what makes a good guest? And I would say for me, what makes a good guest is, and I want to say I alluded to it a little bit. Y'all know I be all over the place, but what makes a good guest, number one, is treat it like, be professional. Show up on time. Don't show up late to, the podcast, as I showed up late today. But I'm by myself. I'm interviewing myself. You know what I mean? I could be late for me. You know what I mean? But just be on time, man. Like, just show the podcast you give a fuck. And hopefully they'll reciprocate that and show you that they give a fuck. Because like I said before, I want everybody to sit down with me to know that I give a fuck. You know what I mean? And that I'm, a fan and in tune with what they got going on. But once again, though, everybody want to come to me when they just started the company. Motherfucker got a business idea and be like, yeah, John, I got this new, bro, you ain't even got no product out yet. So I'm going to give you the interview and you ain't even got no product out for motherfuckers to look at. You know what I mean? That can't go. You know what I mean? Have something. Because then you could utilize it. And you could, what's the word I'm looking for? Monetize it. You know what I mean? You could, if a motherfucker can see you on I-70 getting an interview, then go to your Instagram and they can get lost on your page of just scrolling of, content and things and, products and things of that nature. That's what you do. You know what I mean? Build up first, man. Y'all be too quick to try to get on the podcast. Then a couple of y'all, it's a few of y'all been acting funny towards me lately. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all motherfuckers don't be trying to speak to me no more. because I told you wait, you know what I mean? Or I said I can't do it or this, that, and the third. But, you know, the powers that be, they told me to stop telling y'all yeah all the time. They was like, stop saying that all the time. I'm going to start charging. Bro. Because at the end of the day, invest in yourself, bro. It's a business. It's about getting money. I mean, what y'all going to do when I finally start saying, all right, it's $20 an episode? I don't think that's too. What you think about that, Mark? We'll talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking, you know what I mean, just about some ways and things to make money with this podcast thing. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the sponsorship's on the way. And look, it's going to be big time when we go. Hey, man, I'm mad, bro, because my cigar was hitting right when I first sat down, bro, and I thought I was going to make it through the whole episode. I don't really feel too buzzed, though, but maybe because I ain't smoked that much. Oh, matter of fact, they said it's the mild one. This ain't even it's in Harsha. Where the Cabanas at? I mean, not the Cabanas. Damn. The Cuban cigars. I don't know why I said Cabanas, y'all. My bad, y'all. Y'all know y'all boy was in first aid. First aid education. I don't even think that's a thing either. Look, now I'm all over the place. Look, fuck it. Let me see what else I want to talk about with y'all, man. Because, I mean, this is I just find it, for me, you know, I'm going to just speak for myself. I find it amazing, you know, just speaking on myself, that I told you I struggle with consistency, you know, throughout my life. I don't do stuff all the way, you know, and this podcast thing, you know, I just thank God I stumbled upon it, you know what I mean? Because it's something that I like to do. And I think that's what's most important, you know what I mean? Doing something that you like to do, you know. And what's the song in the background? It's kind of smooth, goddamn me. I'm going to Shazam it. I still be using Shazam, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's what I be doing. Because I'm real cultured. I don't just listen to rap. I listen to everything. It got to be funky, though. Don't bring me no bullshit. You know? Don't bring me no bullshit. Oh, look, and then let me be a forecaster for a second out here in KC so I can let y'all know what we going through out here. It's finna be hot as hell out here in KC for the next week. If you got family out here in KC, call and check on your peoples every day. You know what I mean? PSA. By the time y'all get it, it's gonna be Thursday, and hopefully ain't nothing happen to you. The people who don't have AC in a car, you are in trouble out here in KC this week. Coming up, you are in trouble. It's gonna be 105 degrees today. I'm thinking about going to this little ethnic food festival joint. Thinking about making that move. You know what I'm saying? I'm hot. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's finna be hot as a motherfucker, man. Y'all see, I got my jersey on. Y'all ain't seen this yet. Raptors. You know what I'm saying? Tracy McGrady. Man, shout out T-Mac, man. Shout out all the basketball podcasts, too. Y'all know, look, this whole episode was just about me and podcasts and the ins and outs of podcasts and things that go into and all this good shit. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite basketball podcasts is Gil's Arena. That's my favorite joint right now. Gil's Arena and Knuckleheads. And then, obviously, All the Smoke with Stack 5 and Matt Barnes. You know what I mean? Them my peoples. You know what I mean? Them Unk and them. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know, this whole podcast thing, if there's anybody out there, I'll say this. If there's anybody out there who's thinking about doing a podcast, do it. You know what I mean? It's fun. If you feel like you got something you want to, I talk a lot and I talk to myself a lot, so it's all worked out perfectly for me. You know, because thank God I stumbled upon them before, you know what I mean, I found out to just put a camera in front of my goddamn self. Because I do this shit all day long. It's a little awkward, though. You know what I mean? Because I be catching my blemishes. I told bro them that these lights are too good. You know what I mean? They be bringing all my... Anyway, you know what I'm saying? I think for this upcoming season, you know, season 3, we're going to take a week off and then we're going to come back. This upcoming season, I don't know, man. I think I'm going to take, you know, some advice that was given to me and start getting other podcasts or just around the city to come on. You know what I mean? Just to see how that go. Just, you know, getting, you know, our audience to their audience and vice versa. You know what I mean? I may think of that. You know what I mean? I still ain't, I don't know, yeah. I be thinking about a co-host, but at the same time, as soon as I do, for me, number one is the reliability portion of it. I know how serious I take it. You know what I mean? And, you know, the guest got to be the right pick. It can't be just somebody trying to figure it out, and it got to be somebody I know I'm going to mesh with. You see what Skip Bayless going to trying to find the right co-host? Unc left the show, Undisputed. We ain't had Undisputed in months. Your co-host is important, man. So that's what I'm saying, man. You know, I like rocking out Dolo. I do. Because I feel like it's my thoughts, is how I want to do the interview. I know I'm not going to be messy. And it's that and the third. But I'll be thinking about it, though. Because, I mean, you need a team. All my favorite podcasts got co-hosts. All of them. You know what I mean? And I don't want to just be a podcast that just clips on Facebook and shit like that. You know what I mean? I want to, you know what I mean, actually make this a stop. Like when motherfuckers come through the city, they feel like, okay, we got to stop at I-70, you know, do an interview. You know what I mean? It's a cannabis expo. You know, and I DM y'all, you know, and I would appreciate, that's what I'm saying, bro. I be working. I would appreciate if y'all DM me back. September, you know, I'm not even going to plug that because y'all ain't hit me back yet. But it's a cannabis expo. You know what I'm saying? Let your boy come down there and record some things. You know what I mean? It's in Missouri, so it's legal. There's a couple, that's another thing. You know, if it's any cannabis manufacturers in Missouri, legalized, come get on the podcast, man. That's a dope, you know what I mean? It's legalized in Missouri, Kansas. I don't know when y'all going. Yeah. Just look. I always trying to be holier than that. No, my bad, Kansas. No, my bad. I was talking shit. But no, man, like making it to the end of season 2. It's been a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But I'm blessed. You know what I mean? I hope y'all is too. You know what I mean? I hope y'all dig the threads. You know, I'm sitting in just that Cocoa Brown. You know what I'm saying? I asked for a new chair. I was asking for a new chair a while ago, and y'all see it, you know, we upgrading, you know what I mean, to bigger and better things, you know what I mean? Maybe next episode, may get a dead lion and lay over the back of the, you know, make it a little more player. Yep. Hold on, what's that? Oh, no, that ain't no song I know. I was trying to catch the flow. End of season 2, if you are new, if this is your first episode watching, make sure you subscribe, share, like, hit the notification bell. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments who y'all need. Once again, though, you know, end of the show, shout out that boy who be in the comments, Swag Daddy. I don't feel comfortable really saying your handle. You know what I mean? Y'all he always there every week. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate the support. You know, shout out to everybody around the city that's showing love. Make sure y'all tap into I-70 Podcast on all platforms. Do it right now. Don't even wait. You watching me right now. Do it right now. Just slide over and do it. Because, this America's favorite host right here. I'm stamping that. I didn't know how bold and brash I was going to come in today, but yeah, America's favorite host. You know, that's what I'm going with. You know, Jay Leno, they can't, no, I'm playing. That's Unc now. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? But for real though, man, like I feel good about what's coming within this next chapter. You know what I mean? I'm going to take a week off, y'all. You know what I mean? And I'll be back. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm going to kick off season 3, but it got to be with a bang though. You know what I mean? I gotta let, for the next 12 episodes, I gotta let motherfuckers know I ain't playing. You know, NFL season coming up, so I'm finna be, you know what I'm saying, go Colts. So I'm finna be, you know, hyped up. I mean, but listen, it can go either way. I'm either going, one thing y'all don't want with the I-70 audience, y'all don't want the Colts to have a dreadful season. My energy level gonna be low. Y'all want to win, so support, you know, buy the merch. You know what I mean? I don't know, bro. I don't know what type of season we're gonna have. I'm optimistic, you know what I mean? Because Anthony Richardson, you know what I mean? It's my guy right there. That's not quite bad. Anyway, I want to appreciate, you know, I want to thank y'all for stopping in. You know, I appreciate it. You know, another episode. I ain't gonna do too much more talking. I'm gonna get my black ass up out of here. You know what I mean? NSPN, I-70 Podcast. We out.